What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Joe talking about the Kansas State Wildcats once again. And I know lately, if you've watched the channel, you've seen a lot of transfer portal videos. Today's going to be a different topic. Today, we're talking about Kansas State's secret weapon ahead of the basketball season coming up, and I am so excited to get into things here. Before I do, let me say once again, thank you guys so much. I try to make a point of saying it every video because I still can't believe the support we've gotten on the channel. We're already over 500 subscribers on the channel, and just to see the community continue to grow, that has been unbelievable. Originally, I made this channel just kind of trying to talk about my favorite team, and we're now at a point where I can post a video, you guys will digest the content, get back to me, and give me your thoughts. And having that two-way street has been one of the best parts of my day. You know, anytime I get a comment, seeing someone's name pop up and say, well, Joe, here's where I disagree, or here's what I agree, here's what I like, it makes my day, man. So seeing you guys be a part of that has been awesome. And while it's not always about subscribers and views and likes, when we do hit 1,000 subscribers, I want to give back to you guys a little bit and give away one of these super sweet lavender quarter zips. I love mine to death. It's my favorite thing to wear with K-State. I've got Flag Willie on mine. They also have a couple different variants of that, but we're going to give one away on the channel. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And when we do cross that threshold, I'll make a video titled giveaway or something along those lines, and we'll go from there and get it figured out. But let me get into things here with K-State. The one secret weapon. And K-State has a lot of them. There's a lot of guys on the roster that I'm like, this dude could age really well and play great minutes for Jerome Tang. There is one highlight spot that I beg all of us to take a look at. Jerrell Colbert. And you might not know much about Colbert. The dude is an athlete. You might just say, well, he redshirted last season. He didn't play much for Tang. He's not going to get out there. The dude has so much upside, it's not even funny. I want to read 247 Sports profile of him coming out of high school, because when he was coming out of high school, and this is one thing that I didn't know until a couple of days ago, Jerome Tang at Baylor was all the way in on Colbert. Colbert was looking around and basically was picking between Baylor and LSU. Ultimately, he goes to LSU. Jerome Tang was hammering the recruitment drum for him, like trying to get him actively to Baylor so hard. Colbert goes to LSU, plays 4 games his freshman season, then jumps in the transfer portal and says, you know what, this isn't for me, and then Tang gets his way with him at K-State. The reason Tang wanted him so bad, one, the guy is unbelievable. He's a long, athletic specimen, which I think we're going to see more and more of with Jerome Tang's squads. I mean, you get guys that can defend, guys that can shoot, rebound, pass, multifaceted guys. Jerrell Colbert fits that category. Let's take a look at his 247 Sports breakdown here. Coming out of high school here, this is what they said. So this is Director of Basketball Scouting Jerry Meyer talking about him. Thin but has great length for a skilled power forward. And before I keep reading on this, I apologize. Not everybody gets these write-ups. It's just dudes with NBA prospects, dudes with NBA aspirations, they get the talk. You know, when you're a guy that's big enough to be looked at as like, this dude could go to the league pretty soon, that's where you get the write-ups. It's not everybody. Thin but has great length for a powered forward. Very mobile and a quality athlete. He has good footwork offensively. He can score facing up off the dribble and can score turning to either shoulder, which is massive for those big guys down low. Adequate ball handler and passer at this point. Has potential as a jump shooter and potential overall offensively. He's a great rebounder and a top-notch shot blocker. He's got a high ceiling as a prospect. He's got to fill out some and get stronger. And let me say on that topic, they have him listed, athletic background. Jerrell Colbert is a 6'9", 190-pound center from Texas. Jerrell Colbert, at the start of last season, was listed as a 6'11", 235-pound center. The guy has blossomed. He has grown up and he's put on more weight and gotten stronger. The dude has put on 45 pounds in a year and a half of college basketball. That was the only knock against the guy. He's a bigger body dude, and I've got some highlights to talk about here down the stretch we'll watch in a few minutes. Coming out of high school, Colbert was a 4-star prospect, and at one time, he was one of the top 10 centers in the entire nation. Eventually, when he finished out his senior year, he dropped down a little bit. The 108th player in the entire country, the 15th best center in the country, and the 3rd best player in the state of Tennessee. The dude can absolutely play. The only dudes that are ahead of him in the center position, how about the name at the top of the list? Chet Holmgren, number 2 overall pick for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and went on to play with Gonzaga and was a beast. Jalen Duren, there's guys on this list that are really, really good players. He was up there competing with these dudes on a nightly basis in AAU circuits and all of that combined. He grew up, put on some weight, and let me show you these highlights. You are not going to believe the athleticism and the skilled play you're seeing. I can't wait to talk about it when we're done. I'm going to cut over and show you some of these clips now. So we're starting off here with some pictures of Jerrell balling out. This is at an AAU circuit somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. Somewhere with Under Armour, a couple of different tournaments. However, the first thing you'll see, like, Jerrell explodes off the tape. And the biggest thing, like, if you've seen anything with him at K-State, he is basically twice the size he is in this video. Like, he put on 30 pounds maybe since he's recorded, maybe even more than that, 40 pounds. They had him listed, I think, at 190 coming out of high school as a senior. And in these videos, it's probably what he's about, maybe 185. I mean, he's really tall, but he's really thin in these videos. He's now listed around 235, which is a ridiculous transformation in, a year and a half of college basketball. I mean, he played 4 games with LSU, but the biggest thing about like K-State with Jerrell Colbert, you see him playing like a Naquan Tomlin. He's long, he's athletic, a huge upside, throwing down dunks, blocking everybody on the court. He looks really good with the ball in his hands. Like, he looks confident shooting, he looks confident in the low block, passing. Like, none of these clips are just, I'm bigger than you, I'm more athletic and better than you. I mean, that one kind of just being an athletic dunker, but like, it feels like look at the Euro step there. That's beautiful. I mean, you don't see guys this size with that much ability. And then jump shot looks pure. Stroked it. I mean, jump shot looks really pure. I mean, I feel like he's a massive upside guy. Like, there's reasons that Jerome Tang wanted him back when he was at Baylor. Like, Jerrell Colbert didn't just randomly find his way to K-State, Originally, he was recruited to Baylor, I think Texas A&M, maybe Houston as well. And then, I could be wrong on some of those teams, but I know for a fact it was Baylor and LSU were the 2 guys that are really going for him. Excuse me. Look at all these blocks, man. Like, dude is moving. Great pass. But Jerome Tang wanted him bad when he was at Baylor. I mean, Jerrell had upside at one point. He was in the top 10 centers in the country. I think he finished around 15th, so he had a little bit of a tough stretch down the road. But, like, the dude's upside is through the roof. Like, I'm sure you're seeing these clips, but, like, he's getting to the cup. He's shooting. He's got great shooter's touch. Dribble drives are insane. He's shifty, throwing down dunks, blocking everybody. He could be a real problem at K-State. A good problem to have for us. A real problem for everybody else. I mean, look at this. Coast to coast. That looks good. Athletic. I mean, he is very small in these clips. He's very thin at the point, but like, the dude's been bulking. In K-State, one of the things that I pride them on, obviously I'm a K-State guy, so I'm going to be biased a little bit, the weight room. The weight room is incredible at K-State. I mean, Jerrell put on 40 pounds since this video. Maybe even 50. The guy is double the size. But no, I think that a pairing of him and Naquan Tomlin on the court this year is going to be scary. And I know you might be worried, like, okay, he's put on a lot of weight, so you might be worried, like, maybe he lost some of his athleticism or his bounce. I doubt it. The guy is quick. The guy's athletic. He's a great dude, and I feel like he'll be ready for this moment. Look at that pass, man. Behind the back to the basket. I don't know. He feels like an absolute steal. Long-armed guy. K-State, like, I read an article this past week, and I forget who wrote it, so I apologize. Absolutely dunked on that guy's head. That was a nasty throwdown. I've seen some articles talking about it. Like, K-State is becoming an athletic nightmare for opposing offenses. Like, just dudes on the court who are long, athletic, and who can defend and rebound. Like, you think about Naquan Tomlin. I don't want to match up with that guy. Jerrell Colbert. You don't want to match up with that guy either. Then you get guys like Dorian Finister, who are 6'5" at the guard position. Taj Manning, who's just an absolute athletic specimen. Like, Caleb Rich is also one I think of where I'm like, this is a big athletic dude that I wouldn't want to mess with. K-State's quickly going from, okay, we just absolutely throws down on 2 dudes there. Should have drawn the foul, didn't get it. Massive block. Like, K-State is building to have a roster of just athletic playmakers and dudes. And Jerrell Colbert fits that narrative. I am so excited to see what he gets to do for K-State. Like, in his first season with LSU, great shot there, man. He can shoot. What he got to do with LSU, he played 4 games, I believe, and he looked good at times. He didn't play a ton, but he still looked athletic and had some upside that, has NBA potential. Like, not everybody on 247 Sports gets a write-up, a personal write-up saying what their upside is. Jerrell got one. He's that big of an athlete, and I think he's going to be an absolute steal for K-State, and I cannot wait to see him play alongside Naquan Tomlin and some other guys on the court. I mean, you think about it, like, my philosophy for basketball, similar to a lot of people, get dudes that look like NBA dudes. Put them on the court together. If they all buy in on the same mission, you probably got a good squad. Jerrell Colbert has NBA potential. Now do you see what I'm saying? This dude is a genetic freak. He's a big-bodied dude. He's put on 45 pounds. The guy's ready to play in Jerome Tang's offense. And I know, like, I mentioned it in a couple of these clips. He reminded me a lot of Naquan Tomlin in that. The dude has put on so much weight already. Like physical strength weight, not just body weight where it's like, whoa, he's going to lose some of that bounce or he's going to lose some of his athleticism. I don't worry about it. I think the dude is going to be top-notch. And in the event, like, I know we're all waiting for Ernest Udeh Jr. to come to K-State, and that'd be huge. In the event that he does, Jerrell Colbert has some major potential, not even just rotationally, but as a starter, as a power forward guy coming in to help out with Naquan Tomlin. We're going to have one of the most feared rosters in terms of big-bodied players in the country. If Jerrell Colbert develops the way we think he's going to develop, he makes the perfect case for K-State's secret weapon ahead of this next season, and I can't wait to see him ball alongside a cast of other guys that I think are going to have some big upsides. Jerrell Colbert, wanted to give you a shout out. Jerrell, if you see this video, I love you, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do. My friends, thank you so much for watching today's video. Once again, if you enjoyed the channel, consider subscribing, liking, comment, whatever you want to do. No worries if not, I'm not going to force you, but if you're interested in getting one of these super sweet lavender quarter zips, we're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subs, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and be ready for that video. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and go Cats.